Hey guys, and welcome to episode 3 of my Junk Journal with Me series. I know this video is long overdue. I have not done a junk journal with me, I believe, since February. Time is something we seem to never have enough of, and I've been really trying to focus on other areas of my channel and trying to do different things, but I see that a lot of you are interested in learning what junk journaling is and how and what is junk journaling. So I will go ahead and leave suggested videos and links at the end of this video where I explain what exactly junk journaling is, as well as how I made the cover and the binding process in this journal that I'm actually working in right now. This journal is my summer memories journal. So it has kind of an animal, jungle, summery theme going on. And right here, I'm just cutting out some pictures and trying to play catch up from some of our summer activities. So I have some zoo pictures as well as some pictures from Balboa Park and the Botanical Garden, which is one of my favorite places to visit in San Diego. And if you've never been and you someday end up visiting San Diego, Balboa Park and the Botanical Garden are a must-see. So right here, I just have this pack of stickers from the Dollar Tree that I've had for a while, and I decided to go ahead and use the cellophane to put this leaf and flower that my daughter had found for me somewhere in Balboa Park, not in the Botanical Gardens. Please don't take flowers from the Botanical Garden, but she did find those for me and I saved them. And then right here, I'm just trying to figure out the layout and how I want things, and I think I ended up trimming this photo down. And then right here, I have this wall decal from the Dollar Tree. If you guys watch my Dollar Tree hauls, you'll see that I haul these wall decals all the time, and I love to use them in my junk journals. I actually had made a cover of an old junk journal out of one of these decals, and it was like a floral pattern. But I just love these leaves. I think these are called a cut leaf plant, and I actually have a photo in the Botanical Garden of one of these plants. So I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to stick this, and I actually decided to put it on this envelope that I got from the postal office when I bought stamps. So I decided to kind of just decorate it and play around with it. And what I love about these decal stickers is they're not so sticky that they will rip the paper if you need to readjust it. And right here, I'm just cutting out a paint chip of a color we actually painted on a couple of walls in our living room. It's called Breathe, and it's like this really pretty light green. And so I just stuck it on there, and it's actually going to be used as a place for me to journal. And right here, I'm just using my Tombow aqua glue to go ahead and adhere this to the paper. Sometimes I like to use the Tombow glue. Sometimes I like to just use a glue stick. It kind of all depends on my mood, to be honest. And then right here, I'm just trimming down this picture of my kids at the beach, and this is on Silver Strand in Coronado. And we actually found a ton of sand dollars that day. It was pretty awesome. I've never found a whole sand dollar in my whole life, and that day I think we found like 10 or 15 whole sand dollars. So I was really excited about that. And then right here, I'm actually just using I'm trying to use up these scraps of paper that I used when I bound and made this junk journal. So this is what was left over. And this paper right here is kind of like a textured paper that kind of looks like crocodile scales. So I went ahead and used that, and I decided to go ahead and staple this picture on the paper and then just glue it on the back because the front is textured and it was going to be kind of hard to stick down to the photo. Next, I just took this this paid parking stub or park entry fee stub, and I just went ahead and stapled that to the back of that picture. And I like it because it's just, I like to keep parking stubs and tickets and things like that because it's a reminder. It's like a little timestamp of those memories, and you can just attach it directly into your journal. I always like to go through my purse and see what kind of receipts or things I have and what I can put in my junk journal. So right here is a picture of my kids right in front of the botanical garden and koi fish pond. And so I just went ahead and stapled that onto some of that scrap paper, and I was trying to find a good spot for it. It just didn't go well right there, but I decided to go ahead and attach it to this coffee dyed paper. I will go ahead and do a video sometime soon of how I stain and make my and coffee dye my papers to make them look old. And then I went ahead and stapled that cellophane onto the back of that envelope. And right here I have I have this card from my sister. She had a handmade gift made for me with it was a little orca trinket dish, and it was beautiful. And she sent me a couple of cute little cards, and I'm just covering it up just because it's a personal card and I just don't really want to share that with the entire world. But right here I'm just using some of my flamingo washi tape and making it to where it can flip open and then flip out so I can journal behind it or put a picture behind that later on so it takes up less space. And I was debating on whether or not I wanted to put that tiger in there, but I love that image so much, and I'm gonna wait until I get another copy of it from the Dollar Tree because I get really sad if I use up a sticker I really like and I don't have another copy of it. So right here, I just put another one of those cut leaf decals and then the picture of the cut leaf plant in the botanical garden. And I went ahead and I stapled this onto a payday $100 bill. I also like to find ephemera inside of old vintage board games, and that's a good way to stock up on things. And next I just went ahead and stapled this ticket stub from when we went to go see Aladdin, which by the way was amazing. Aladdin is one of my favorite Disney movies and Will Smith did such a good job. Robin Williams is are very hard shoes to fill, and I think he did a great job in portraying Genie and just really honoring Robin Williams in that way. So anyways, I was really excited about seeing Aladdin. I hadn't been to the movies in years, and I knew I wanted to see that movie. So right here I'm just creating a little book, and I just use a 4x6 index card and a little sticky note, and I just went ahead and used the sticky note on the outside, and then I just trimmed the blue index card to make everything square and make everything fit. And I'm going to be using this little book as a spot to journal in on this page. And to attach the pages, I just took my stapler and I stapled a couple staples right down the middle, and then I just used some of my Tombow glue to glue down the back to that vellum paper. And I'm not really excited about where I ended up placing this, and you'll see why later. It's just kind of difficult when I go to close or turn the page, it kind of gets in the way. So I think maybe later on I'm going to go back and try to figure out some sort of closure for this little book. That way I don't mess up the pages if I'm just flipping through really fast. But right here I just glued down a picture of me and my kids inside the botanical garden. And then I just took one of those little flowers from that decal pack, and I just put it on the front corner of that little book. And then next I just take some of that leftover scrap paper from when I was making my journal, and I just kind of roughly tear the edges, and then I staple this ticket stub from our local swap meet that we like to visit on the weekends. And then over on the left side, I decided I wanted to add a journaling spot, so I just used this 4x6 pink index card. And I actually buy my index cards from the Dollar Tree. They come in like a multicolor pack. And I was going to add that payday little card, but I decided I didn't really like it right there. So I just go ahead and glue that down, and I decided just to work on multiple pages in this episode just because I have so many memories and ephemera pieces from the summer, and I didn't have a whole lot of time to journal, so I knew I just needed to get them down and in my journal as quickly as possible so I could start working on my fall and winter journals. But right here I'm just taking that vintage tag and a piece of that scrap paper and layering it with a photo of my son or my daughter and my husband. And right here I'm just going through some of my summer sticker collection and trying to find some cute stickers to include in that little collage. And I end up going with this really cute sticker pack. And I don't normally like to use like 3D or pop-up stickers. I prefer the flat stickers in my junk journals just because sometimes it can be really bulky if I do end up using those. So I just go ahead and use this flat sticker that says relax, and I thought it was perfect and fitting because my daughter and my husband are relaxing on that unicorn pool float. And then I could just go ahead and staple that right in to right on top of that vellum paper. And then I just decided to use that other paint chip of another color that we painted in our living room, and it was this color called Adobe Sand, and it fit perfectly in this like manila envelope, so I knew I wanted to use that in my journal. And so I just took this index card and I went ahead and glued it down to the bottom of that paint chip, and then I just cut off the excess, and that's going to be a spot that I can journal on. And I just took this payday card and I stapled this picture of my kids at the zoo to the side of that. And so yeah, I think it turned out really cute, and I can just tuck it in and pull it out, and I got to use up that payday card that I wasn't going to use earlier. So next I just go and add some more stickers. This one says life's better at the beach, which is really cute for that photo. And then I just add a picture of me and my daughter in the pool, and I love this blue leopard print scrap paper, so I go ahead and just glue that down directly to the vellum and kind of tuck it behind that other piece of scrap paper. And I love the collage and layering effect of this page. I think it's really cute and girly. And then I take some more of my flamingo washi and I just add some more layers on top of this little collage. And then I end up kind of just going in between the pages roughly with that washi, not really trying to make it perfect looking. I'm just kind of ripping it off with my fingers and not cutting it. And so yeah, I think it turned out really cute, and it's also a good way just to add durability to your pages. It makes it harder for them to like accidentally rip out. And then I just decide to add another one of those cut leaves to my to this page, and I'm trying to use as much as that decal pack as possible without using the tiger because I am saving her just in case I don't end up getting another one. So here I'm just going through my stickers again and adding The sticker, it's kind of, I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera, but it's kind of sparkly, and it just says summer. And then right here, I just pull out this pack that I actually picked up at, I believe it was Michael's, in like the $2 section, and it's just a pack of cards and envelopes. And I just decide to use the card and not the envelope, and then I take some of my Tim Holtz ink and I just ink up the edges of that to make it look a little bit older. And then I go back and I decide I want to add a little bit of green to it. And so I go over the inked up edges with more ink, just to kind of make it blend with the rest of the color theme of my journal, which is a lot of blues and greens. So I go ahead and glue that down to the front of that manila envelope to kind of show through, and that's where I'm going to put like the info of where those flowers came from. And the last thing I did was just go back to all of those spots that I left open for journaling, and I just wrote about what was ever happening that day or in the photo. And so that was it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it so much. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would hope you would consider doing so. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll do my best to answer them. And go ahead and introduce yourself in the comments section down below if you're new to my channel. I would love to get to know you. And so yeah, I hope you guys have a great week. Thank you so much for watching and spending your time here on my channel.